Donald Trump has said the US will lift sanctions on Syria just before he met the new Syrian president Ahmed al-Shara. What's your reaction to President Trump's meeting with Shara?
I mean, first, I must say I was a bit surprised because there wasn't any specific signal in the past months that either Washington in general or this administration was interested in lifting the sanctions. But again, I think it tells us about how Trump likes to take everyone by surprise and doesn't feel he has to follow a specific pattern that is dictated by the foreign policy establishment. I think there was a lot of persuasion from the Gulf side, and in particular Saudi Arabia and Qatar, that made it clear for months that any reconstruction of Syria will require Gulf funding, Gulf investments.
Trump is now pushing for Iran to end its nuclear program. He pulled out of President Obama's Iran nuclear deal in his first term. What's Trump aiming for here?
Things have changed, I'd say, both in the Gulf and in Washington. The Gulf, we saw over the last years, even before Trump came back to the White House, restored ties with Iran. So there has been more diplomatic relations between Saudi Arabia, the UAE on one side, and Iran on the other side. And now we see that Trump, especially with his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, has been very active pushing for a new deal.
What's the significance of Trump's visit to the Middle East?
The White House, before the trip started, emphasized a lot of things about arms sales, about trade deals, and this was the key element of the visits in Riyadh, in Doha. But in addition to that, we saw that there was also a diplomatic element with the decision of the Trump administration to lift sanctions against the Syrian regime, and for Trump to meet with the president, Ahmed al-Shara. I would say that we also can see that some topics have not been covered, and that is also telling. There wasn't much said about Gaza. There wasn't much said about the Houthis and Yemen. So we can see here clearly the priorities of Trump, who wanted to emphasize the trade aspects,